Hello guys, so let's discuss the problem 2125, that is number of laser beams in a bank. So it is marked as medium. Let's read the problem first. Anti-theft security devices are activated inside a bank. You are given a zero-indexed binary string array bank representing the floor plan of the bank, which is an m cross n 2D matrix. Bank I represents the ith row consisting of zeros and ones. Zero means the cell is empty and one means the cell has security device. There is one laser beam between any two security devices if both conditions are met. The two devices are located on different rows R1 and R2 where R1 is less than R2. For each row I where R1 is less than I and R2 is greater than I, there are no security devices in the ith row. Laser beams are independent, that is no beam does not one beam does not interfere nor with another, nor join with another. Return the total number of laser beams in the bank. So the problem statement is not that easy, on easy side. So but the question is easy. How? See, we have the zeros and one binary string, and the one represent the laser beams. The whole problem can be clear through this example. We have the laser beams placed on each cell, and if there is one, then this means there is a laser beam. And what we have to calculate is we have to calculate how many number of beams can be generated in the whole this bank. So this beam this laser will spread its beam here and here, and this one will here and here, and this one will here and here. This beam cannot go in the 0 1 2 3 third row, because there is a beam between them. There's a laser device between them, so this the beam through this laser cannot go here. So now it seems a very easy problem. What we have to do, we have to traverse the each row and its next row. Means we will calculate the number of devices in both these rows, and we will calculate the beams by just multiplying the devices. Here are 3 devices and here are 0 devices, so the beam will not be we will not calculate beam here. We will calculate where its end point is. Starting point here and end point is here. So here are 3 devices, here are 0 devices. So 3 into 0 will be 0. 0 will be added in our answer. Now we have 2 devices here. So 3 into 2, that is 6. And the 6 beams are added in our answer. Let's check whether it is correct. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So 6 beams are calculated in our answer. Now here are 2 devices and here is 1 devices. So 2 into 1 2, that is 2 beams are added in our answer. So it is a simple observation based question, I will say. Let's move to the coding part. I hope the question is clear, and now we can write our solution. So what I have done here is, and that is the size of the bank, and I'm calculating I'm initializing two variables. That is one is answer and other one is previous, in which I am storing the previous calculated security devices. So initially the previous will be 0, and now I am calculating the devices for the current row. So I am using 2 for loops to traverse the matrix, and I am calculating the devices on the current row. So this loop is calculating the devices in current row, and I am multiplying the current and the previous devices and adding it to our answer. So for the first row, the previous will be 0, so the 0 will be added in our answer, and then I am updating my previous with the current. So for the second row, the current will be 0, so current is 0 and previous is 3. So 3 into 0 will be 0 and 0 will be added in our answer. Now I'm only updating my previous if my current row has any devices. This is one of the check that is most important. Why this? Because this row is not has not any devices. So if I will update my previous with the current, then my previous becomes 0 and I will lose the count of these devices, these first row devices. So that's why I'm doing this here, and at last I'm returning my answer. So the time complexity for this approach will be order of n square, because we are traversing the matrix, 2D matrix, and the space complexity will be O of 1. So this is the solution for this question. Thank you.